In our previous video, we planted some trees, some of which we got for free and some that we purchased. If you haven't checked that out already, go give it a watch. We are back out at the land. It's chilly up on this hill, isn't it?
No, it's great.
Then why is your hood on?
Because I'm comfy.
Two hoods.
Two hoods.
All right, so we're gonna pace out kind of where we think the house might be. We think we wanna have it face west. Will you point to west so we can see?
Or southwest.
Yeah, right now it's winter, so the sun is basically almost due south, and it moves westward a lot more in the summer. So we're thinking this angle right here is kind of what our view will be in the afternoons, which we like. So we might take down a couple of those little hackberry trees right there that just hinder the sunset. But other than that, all of those are gonna stay.
Yeah, so let's walk forward from the back border and kind of see where the house will be to give us space for the backyard.
Yeah, we looked up a couple of the plans we were looking at, and it looks like something like 120 feet wide, maybe by about 40 or 50 feet deep.
Yeah, that's the widest. The sprawling plans will only be that big. So if we do more condensed with multiple layers, then it'll be a lot more, you know, tight.
Right, so just to get an idea, well, I've got one of these, you know, clockers that you just reset. It's mechanical, luckily, so it doesn't have a battery that dies, but then you just walk with this, and it tells you how far you're going once you pick the kickstand up. But we're not going to be this close because we're here at our border. So this is the corner that we definitely want to come back off of this fence line here so that this will be some backyard for us.
Yeah, and you have the pasture back here, so that's going to be nice scenery and
yeah, it'll feel real wide open. So we were figuring earlier when we did this, Rebecca, that it'd be about right here somewhere.
Yeah, I think that gives us plenty of space.
Kind of be the back side of the house, so we'd have all of that for backyard as well as more. We've got about 3 acres on this top hill, so I'm thinking even once the house is where it is, we'll have better than an acre in front of us and behind us.
Yeah.
So let's pace this out. So if you've never used these things, it's just a tripometer. You just reset it like this. It shows 0 now, and as you walk, this thing is going to turn and count. I actually got this from a friend of mine. It's been pretty handy out here so far. All right, let's pace off 120. Goes faster than you think. We're already at 13 feet. I got some long legs. Legs for days, as they say.
Got it from my mama.
Yeah, and my daddy. I'm kind of going too far north. All right, we're at 75 feet. We're too high up the hill, aren't we? Yeah. I'm moving. Let's count out 120 feet just to kind of be the maximum of what I think it'll be, including a garage for any plans. We're already at 55 feet.
So that could be like the middle.
Yeah.
Depending on front porch layout.
90. 110.
I like that.
There's 120 right there.
I think that's well spaced.
So, yeah. Then we'll just go forward 50. 40 or 50. Let me reset this. All right, let's go 50 feet this way. Toward the silo. We're at 35. There's 50. Okay. So if you can picture, that still leaves a huge front yard. You know, that's a big front yard right there. And it's pretty nice with that tree border as one of the corners. So back here, you know, picturing 40 or 50 feet, does that leave enough backyard all back in that corner for what you're thinking?
I think that's ample. And like you said, it's not set in stone. So if we come up with a different layout, we can shift it any way we need to.
Yeah, we're not planting trees out here in the center until we kind of have a layout for where we're putting the house.
All right, that'll be the finished landscape.
But today, we're just trying to go through some of these steps in our head so that we can know where to plant trees, that we're not gonna have to move them again. I don't wanna move them again. I wanna put trees in the ground, and I want them to really start taking off.
Right.
So it's good to go through this exercise because we've already figured out we might wanna take those 2 hackberries out just so we have a better view of sunsets. Those may not block enough to matter, but it tells us we don't wanna plant any more right there.
Right.
All right, so give us some ideas on where we're thinking for the driveway.
So if this is where we want our end spot to be, then starting there at that gravel patch, I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah.
That would be where the entrance is, and we would be able to cut through that burn pile, right?
Yeah, that's what we were kind of thinking, is straight through that burn pile.
Right.
There's a low section right down in the middle there.
That's what I think, come through that low section and then
cross
that little ravine.
Right, go in between those 2 hackberries.
Yeah, and just start coming up the hill. It's such a nice gradual slope.
Right.
I think it'll be just picturesque to just drive up to the house that way.
Yeah, and then so that helps us with getting plans ready, right? Because we need to know which side the garage is gonna be on.
Yeah, and just even the type of floor plan. If we want it to have a certain appeal and have a sloping driveway, I mean.
Right. So that means we'll probably end up looking at plans that have the driveway on this left side if you're looking at it, whereas this side won't have the driveway on it.
Right.
But you can mirror any plans. So we did that at our last house. We actually had them mirrored. Thanks a lot, airplane. There are a lot of those little planes. There's an airport about a mile from here. We're plotting out the driveway, and we come in off of the road here, and the way our plat is set up, this lot that's next to us, we share an easement right there where the gravel is for 100 feet. So we have use of that. It's actually on their land, but we have use of it to then come off on our land and make a driveway. We had the thought, because their land is a really small strip right here, right on this border of ours. So we had the thought, if we could get them to agree to an easement to just let that driveway, which theirs is probably gonna be there, let us share that and then split off here into our boundary and go up the hill. That would, I don't know, I think it would be pretty ideal because they're gonna have to have a driveway there anyway, and that would sure make a nice looking thing. We could put a fence there or something, have a driveway going right up the hill for our land. So I'm just kind of pacing it out a couple different ways. We haven't talked to them, we don't know them, so I don't even know how difficult that would be.
But I agree. I think that'll be a nice placement for our driveway to kind of come through the border and then go up the hill this direction.
And you would still want it to go up here and then curve to the left and park? Because we want the shop on that side?
Yeah, I think that's a pretty much given. When you look at the landscape, I would rather
have
the
all
shop
of that
be
open
on the left side and have all of the right side be open and majestic. It's just beautiful.
I mean, you've got a nice big house being built there. That's a cow pasture. You've got a big barn to your right there. I hope that's not going anywhere. I really like that thing.
Yeah, it just would seem to counteract what we bought this land for, to put something
in view of
in the way to block it. I mean,
yeah, I think I agree. Step by step, we keep working our way toward completion. Sure, we're a little ways out from that, but it won't stop us from having a good time and being thorough in everything that we do.